comes our way, whatever paths we follow, I will share your pain, your laughter and your sorrow. Fortune gently flow. There is a wonder in the weave, so many forks upon these roads. For a burden that is shared is much easier to bear. We will not fall to despair this darkest day. Whatever comes our way, whatever paths we follow, I will share your pain, your laughter and your sorrow. And should we prove ourselves, lose ourselves, nothing's gonna send us astray. Whatever comes our way, I will be there. Whatever comes our way, I will be there to share your pain. These hearts of shadow, hearts of fire, sharing memory and mind. Our hope is strong in moments dire, through our mysteries entwined. For a gift can be a blight, or a kind word be a slight, in a world of fade and light and disarray. Whatever comes our way, whatever paths we follow, I will share your pain, your laughter and your sorrow. And should we prove ourselves, lose ourselves, nothing's gonna send us astray. Whatever comes our way, I will be there. Whatever comes our way, I will be there to share your pain. To sing a somber song of night, a belted ballad bold and bright face spins. To quell the urge beneath the skin, I'll take the gifts and let it inflict spins. The burden that is shared is much easier to bear. We will not fall to despair this darkest day. Whatever comes our way, whatever paths we follow, I will share your pain, your laughter and your sorrow. And should we prove ourselves, lose ourselves, nothing's gonna send us astray. Whatever comes our way, I will be there. Whatever comes our way, I will be there to share your pain. Whatever comes our way, whatever comes our way.
And we are live.
And Obo knows nothing of that.
Yeah, absolutely, I know nothing of that. Also, Pawn, Respectfully, no. Kamoshida deserves a bullet to the head, and that's it. That's it. Just, okay, multiple bullets to the head until there is nothing left.
Excuse me.
Sorry, I'm just cleaning up. I just wolfed down my burger.
Burger? Where'd you get a fucking burger, you whore?
I have a wife.
You also have a husband who would like some fries.
Do you want my fries?
I will literally never say no. I just want a fry.
Well, come get them. They're starting to go cold, and I don't want them much longer. I can feel him approaching.
From?
McDonald's.
I brought it to
Oh, call McDonald's fries.
Yeah, just take the damn fries. I don't want them no more.
Okay. No, no, fuck off. You try to reach for the fries.
Good, Mal. Eat the fry. Steal his fry, not my fry. All right.
Mal, quickly steal the Coke.
Fuck, why is my phone so loud?
Because you have hearing problems? That is why it's loud?
Well, that's true, but...
Oh, I was just spitting in the dark. I didn't think I was going to be accurate. Holy shit.
Oh, I don't have hearing problems. I was just fucking with you.
Oh, I was
just
about
like
to be
it
concerned
loud
and just
because-
like... I was going to be concerned. It's like, Amumu, do you need hearing aids? I didn't know you were that old. Is it time for hag
Well, I
maxing?
am 489, so...
Got it. So it's time to hag max.
All right, Grandma. It's time to get back to the retirement home.
Man,
It's okay,
when we
I'm
go
like
to the
5 or
home,
6.
We're gonna be
I'm like-
flagging.
It's okay, I'm over 5,000 years old. It's the last time I take a nap under a rock. Ugh. Can you believe it? I missed the fucking Age of Iron. Seriously, it was Bronze Age, and then all of a sudden Industrial Revolution, and I was just like, what happened? What'd I miss?
I
Apparently
mean,
a lot.
isn't it a good thing you missed the Iron Age, considering you're a fae?
Oh, they had iron before that.
But I'm meaning, like, Iron Age educated. It's probably good you missed it.
Yes. Anyways, that is the wrong button. Who would like to give the recap?
I volunteer Hikari.
I also
Sorry, you have been volunteered. You've been voluntold.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is more like volunteer. Let me open up my notebook.
You don't already
Okay,
have it open?
so-
I've got my notebook open.
Because I was elsewhere. Thank you. So, after this, Jonah decided to... After the entire last session, Jonah was checking on the gravestone to see if he could find a Mara one. He found some. Only a few. There were 5, actually. So, as he wasn't looking around, he found out the Bronze Weavers have a crypt. And he went to tell us, because it was gated off. So, after we all caught up, we decided, hey, let's check out this crypt, because it could be important. And it's a good thing we did, because we found a coffin for Mara. However, upon opening it, after trying not to desecrate it beforehand, we found it was open at the bottom with a hole digging down into another ether vein, or a cavern, essentially. There were claw marks and all that. So, it was a long way down. We decided, just to be safe, to check the mom's grave, see if it was like all of the graves going down, but it was just Mara's. So, and then we were like, oh, how big is it? It's going to be a quick squeeze from a Josh, but other than that, we can go through. So, then we were like, hey, why don't we contact Chrissy's sister? We did. And then Chrissy's sister said, hey, we'll come to you. Just go to our contact in these apartments that are near you. And we're like, wait, what? And we decided to go there, where we met our favorite NPC. I know I have his name here.
Francis. Yeah.
Francis is a robot, an awakened robot who used to be a digger robot. That was his original. He's a DA digging model, DA2 digging model. And when we went there, he was working on shoes, being a cute little cobbler. Turns out, has no legs. He explained that Logan are robots that broke free of their program. So, safe to assume Chrissy's sister is a robot, which I think we all assumed, but didn't say. But we also found out Chrissy's sister's name finally. Happy. But important note, we left Chrissy back at the inn because we were completely unsure if we could trust Francis, but now we do. Francis, as it turns out, lost his legs as he crawled to the city 53 years ago. So we decided that we should probably go get Francis's legs, as we really, really want to. Isabella gave Francis a rubber duck, and he was very happy to have a gift. Then we went to the blacksmith, where got some bullets, there's no silver axe, and Madrash did something which I was hoping would cause psychic damage, but didn't. He cast dual sending to his parents, and he got both responses at the same time. So, as Jonah and Isabella were at the blacksmith, he asked, "Hey, can you make some legs?" He said no, but he could repair them if we found them. And that was it. But also, Jonah did tell us that he has to leave the door open behind him, or else his god will be pissed at him. And we went through this, and I was like, "Hey, technically, if you go through this and you leave the gate unlocked, you technically fulfill what your god asked you to do." So we have a plan of leaving without actually endangering the entire city. That is it.
Alright. Add yourself a hero point. So, since you guys are kind of in the shopping section of Meridian, and you guys, after previous session, had a list of magical items that you wish to procure, heading towards Meepo's wonderful little shop. Hold on.
Oh, we love you.
There we are, Spellbound. I had to pull up the correct notes. My notes are all over the place. It's becoming a problem now. So you guys can finish purchasing your items. I don't believe that all the items you guys had purchased were in the compendium and will need to be manually added. I probably should have done that.
It's okay.
Okay.
Whoops.
There's two for me that are going to be not added to. You'll find out.
That's it.
It's okay. We're all big kids.
Okay.
We figured.
If you need assistance, there is a section for magical items. I can give you guys the Roll20 notes thing, or handout, so you guys can fill those in if you so desire.
If you can, toss me 3 of those and I'll make 3.
Yep. Whoops.
So what's everyone doing right now?
Going to buy magic items.
I've already bought my stuff, so I'm probably gonna head back to the inn. If I see you guys, I'm probably just gonna watch Chrissy until you guys get back.
We ended the session with Jonah and I both being together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
With him. Probably with Jonah babysitting.
Indeed.
Okay. So, by the time you guys get finished with your shopping and return to the inn, It'll probably start getting late since this day has just been going on for a long time. So, since Madrash has plans already for his evening, what would anyone else like to do?
How much would like a deck of cards or something be? I feel like Jonah probably just settles down, play some cards.
It's not it's not expensive. Let's see. Cards, playing cards.
I imagine like at most a gold.
Something like a silver piece, I believe.
Huh. I don't see it right away, so I'm just gonna say like 5 copper.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's probably somewhere in there. I can't find it. We're moving on. Oops.
Okay.
Yeah, Isabel's probably just staying around, like, probably eating dinner and not doing anything.
Okay.
Hold on. I just wanted to distract for 1 second. I was thinking of magic items, and I remember the common magic item, the unbreakable arrow. And I was like, that wouldn't really help anybody. But I thought, how much would an unbreakable bullet cost? Also, how would that work? Oh no, Jonah would have to reload the bullet every time, but that would be funny as shit.
Well, if it was an unbreakable bullet, I would have to like remake the bullet every time.
Yeah, it wouldn't quite work.
Well, see, you're using flintlock pistols, right?
No.
I'm using a revolver.
Okay. So
Yeah,
you
these
just
are
need to
cased
press the bullet back
ammunition.
into the casing.
I would
Well,
have
he
to
would need to-
retrieve the projectile and then load it into a new sleeve. And
Yeah, so
Look,
for
I
that,
don't give a shit about all the 40 steps to making a bullet. I'm saying it would be annoying. It doesn't matter. It's funny though.
it is
it
Don't
is
go up to
funny.
the Gobo.
You
I
don't
was
sort of
about
get
to
the
go
shit
full
out of whoever
autism.
You shoot with it.
Yeah, I know. I've known you.
I was about to go full tism on you. Anyways,
I know.
So Madresh, how are you preparing for your evening date?
Oh, let's see. Honestly, I'm going to, what's the word? I have...
Sorry, I'm on my 5th cup of coffee and it's starting to hit me finally.
Okay. I'm going to, basically, words are hard, goddamn. I'm gonna use prestidigitation, a couple times. Basically trying to make myself, have more of a floral scent. I'm going to, make sure my clothes are in as fine a quality as they can be at this moment. So they're clean, they're pristine, and the essential equivalent of I've just ironed my suit.
Okay.
I don't think I would I have been able to buy items already or no? Like,
Yes, this would have been after. This would be after your guys' shopping spree of the items from the Discord.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's just like getting all of those items and stuff, and the day's basically over.
Okay, cool. I'm going to use the glamour weave, and I'm going to make the pattern on my suit, which looks. By the way, this outfit can change colors, but it basically looks just like my original suit, but it's just got a soft, semi-fluorescent glow underneath to really highlight my eyes. Which it gives me a D4 on persuasion checks. Just a wink, a wink.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
It gives you like a D4 on one or whatever.
Yeah, it gives you a D4 on one. It's super like, what's the word?
Once again, the DM didn't quite read all the items. He's just like, oh yeah, you can change the appearance. That's fine. Moving on.
Yeah, it's just honestly
Whoops.
mostly the uncommon glamour weave can have the pattern rise from the cloth. For example, the glamour weave gown may be wreathed in harmless illusory flames, while glamour weave hat might have illusory butterflies flying around it. So I'm gonna like have the pattern rising off of it, of gently bits of crystal floating around me to just like refract light and make me really highlight my features, my chiseled
Gotcha.
scales.
So you're going for the Twilight gay vampire. Got it.
A little bit of like the Twilight vampire vibe, but
Oh,
with
God.
Kronk's physicality.
Yes. Sorry, worst vampire of all time. I'm
So
sorry.
yeah, I can make a charisma performance or charisma persuasion check. Burp. I can roll a D4, but I can only use it once a day.
Oh wait, it's only once a day? That's not nearly as good as I
Yeah.
thought it was. That's not bad.
No, this is a non-attunement. Just
I thought it was set number
visual-
of charges.
No, it's
That's
just
still
you-
pretty neat though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. No,
Alright.
I saw this and I was like, Madrash would want like 30 of these, but like right now I'm starting with one. I'm gonna get more. I'm gonna start buying Glamour Weave underwear to give away. And all of it's gonna say Dragon Slayer on the back. And that's the only part you can't change. You can change the color of it, but not that pattern.
We need one that says juicy on it also.
Oh, that's mine.
I know.
when when Madrash just robes, just says juicy on his cheeks.
Anyways, heading out the door.
Just before I head out the door, I want to approach. I'm gonna walk up to Gleb, and I'm gonna be like, Gleb, I have something for you.
Okay.
What is Gleb's favorite animal? I know he
I'm
turns
honest-
into a bear a lot, but like, is the bear his favorite?
He honestly probably doesn't really have one.
Okay. Then, Madrash will pull out this small like wooden statue of like a sitting bear with a large gem inset into the wood behind the eyes. And he's gonna hand it to Gleb, and he's gonna go, so this is a lucky stone. It is magic. Like, it's legitimately magic. It's a luck stone. I want you to have this, my friend. For one who is so up close and personal, a bit of luck will do you some good.
Thanks. That's very kind of you.
You very often get between me and danger, and I want to show you I appreciate you keeping me alive by not only keeping you alive, but helping you resist some of those negative effects. And he's gonna grab you by, like, put his hand on your shoulder, like, give Gleb a gentle hug, and then be on his way. And then Clarity and Isabella just hear. I hope my mic picked that up.
I didn't get what
Oh,
you
it's just-
said.
I didn't hear anything.
knock.
Oh, you're knocking on our door?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did not hear that.
Okay. I thought so.
Because we're sharing a room. Isabella opens the door and he's like, yeah.
Hello. May I come in for a second?
Sure.
Wonderful. As soon as Madrash walks in, he looks at Clarity and he just goes, "Is it too gaudy?"
Well, it's you, so it's kind of normal, to be honest.
Fantastic. By the way, I have something for both of you. Madrash is gonna pull out a small black case and hold it up for Clarity.
Thanks for the case?
Oh, it's what's inside, darling. Please, open it.
I slowly opened the case.
You see a pair of glasses with an eagle motif wrapped around the lenses, and the arms that stretch over your ears have a feather-like pattern. I said, these are the eyes of minute seeing. What they do is they help you investigate. For someone who looks around as much as you do, this will help you comb the finer details. Don't worry, you can put them on now, and it just works.
Magical reading glasses.
Yep.
I put them on. How do I look?
You look like you with glasses.
Great.
You have advantage on intelligence investigation checks that rely on sight.
Something sexy librarian motif.
I know, right?
I'm trying to spread it because Pomo's making me a sexy librarian.
Do I notice anything out of the ordinary that normal people wouldn't see with these glasses on? I just kind of look around.
So if I remember correctly, they just give you bonuses to skill checks or just like observing investigation checks and kind of like magnifying glasses as far as like observing small details on an object in front of you. That's all
Anything
it
within
does.
1 foot of your face, you would just see with much more detail and clarity.
I see what you did there.
Haha.
Thank you, Madrash. I will use these the next time I need to look at something very closely.
And I know you find yourself absorbed in your book very often, so hopefully these reading glasses may help that as well.
One question.
Yes.
Are you dying soon?
No,
Isabel laughs at that.
I just have a bit of funds, and what better way to use this fleeting gold than by showing my appreciation? Clarity, you have been one of the people that has been around me the most. You've helped me pick myself up when I've fallen. You've kept me alive, picked me up when I have fallen down, and you've cleaned up after many messes that I have inadvertently caused and advertently caused. This is merely a token of my appreciation. If I was dying, I would spend everything I had on something much more grandiose.
Okay.
Like a pony made out of diamonds.
I just know in some of the books that I read, getting random gifts before going out usually indicate something bad's gonna happen. And I hope that's not true, but
I mean, Clarity, if the bad thing is he ends up getting the kobold pregnant.
That's great for the city.
Oh my god.
Isabella, by the way,
Yes?
I pull out a much longer, slender black case, and I hold it out for you. This is for you.
Thanks. As she takes it, and it's like, are we sure you're not dying now? Because this is weird. This is like the second
Absolutely.
thing you've gotten me.
That was an apology. This is a gift.
Okay. I open it.
You see a long, slender tattoo needle with a small claw at the head of it. And I go, so what this can do is this helps you reach things. This is an Eldritch Claw tattoo. Now, hold it to your skin for a little bit, and it will create some small claw-like and jagged shapes on your skin. Customize as you see fit. It makes your punch just a little bit deadlier, but the kicker is that you can flex this power once a day for up to a minute, and all of your swings will reach out to 15 feet away.
Oh my god, I won't have that issue with the Drider again.
You'll never have that issue with the Drider, and you will hit much harder, as these inky black tentacles will emulate and increase your weapon damage.
Right, now I gotta find where to put this, because I already have tattoos. Now make it work. Thank you, Madrash.
Thank both of you. Now, if you will excuse me, I have a date with little Kobold.
After he leaves, Isabel looks at Claire and says, are we sure he's okay?
I'm kind of side-eyeing Isabella, like, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
That he's gonna die, or he's gonna choose to stay here to help raise his whatever happens?
Well, I kind of take out my disguise kit. We could scope the scene a little bit.
Isabella looks at you and is like, oh, absolutely. I am down for that.
Okay. At least I should be easy on this part, but
I love this.
but maybe
So, are you
Chrissy?
good with using? Are you good with using the disguise kit? Are you, or is it just something you hope?
I just have it. But you know, Chrissy,
Clarity.
Yeah? What?
Let me help you. I'm pretty good at disguise.
Oh, well, don't worry about me. I cast disguise self.
Oh, Isabella's like, I'll take out the disguise kit and work on making a disguise for myself.
Yeah.
So Chrissy walks in, seeing someone else, and Isabella. Where's Clarity?
Clarity.
No, that's
That's
someone
Clarity.
else. No.
Clarity, speak.
Oh, hi, Chrissy. Sorry, I forget that I don't think I've ever done this around you.
Okay, that's weird. What do you need?
So we need you to see if you can tell who we are.
Well, I guess you're Clarity, because I was told.
Yes.
You don't look
but,
like her, though.
Isabella, great. Isabella's gonna make herself look different, because we are gonna go on a top secret mission.
Okay.
Yeah. So we need somebody to check to see if these are good enough disguises.
Okay. So Isabel, do you have proficiency with disguise kit?
I do have proficiency with the disguise kit.
All right. Please make me a roll I guess it'd be charisma, because it'd be deception.
Okay. And then I'll add a 3 to it.
Yep.
Roll. It's a 7.
So you've taken out a wig, put it into like a different hairstyle than you normally have, and that's it. It's not a very good disguise.
His roll looks and it's like,
I think it looks good. You look good as a blonde.
Eric,
I don't know.
Clarity, do you have any dresses?
Dresses? Actually.
The disguise kit should have enough to make, what is it, like 1 or 2 disguises in it? So it's got a full set of outfits in there. Yeah.
I do have a costume on me.
Oh?
It's,
What kind of costume is it?
I just have it written down as a costume, so I guess
Then
this
just-
Yeah, I have clothes. Typically, yeah, I guess a closed fashion after a particular costume, meaning for entertainment. I got those too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have it in your inventory. What is it?
It's probably going to be some sort of like very, very well. Okay, it's gonna be like it's gonna be some very muted colors of robes, often used on scholars.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's probably make it to where you're not noticed, maybe.
Okay. So with a blonde wig and scholarly robes, Isabel has changed her appearance considerably, since that is not the normal attire that she wears.
Nope.
And with that, your
Let's
guys' disguises are ready.
Alright, sorry guys. I had to run my dad out with something.
You're good.
You're okay.
Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't
Also,
notice
for my disguise, I probably have like very like curly hair. It's grayed. I probably have some like wrinkles. I'm probably about the size of a human. And I'm an old lady.
Got
I
it.
look like a very old lady that needs assistance walking around.
Perfect.
So,
Come on, Grandma. Let's go get you some dinner.
alright, sounds good.
Isabel's
Chrissy-
the whole gonna call you Grandma.
Chrissy's just gonna, okay, I'm gonna hang out with Gleb.
Alright, and if anyone
You
asks,
two, so
we're in our room.
we're looking.
Oh,
Rooms are better. I was
okay.
gonna say we're going to get Francis's legs.
Oh, okay. So-
Leave like a do not disturb sign out.
Yeah.
So, as the two of you leave to follow after Madrash, Chrissy is going to sit next to Gleb and just kind of tap his shoulder. So, are you a person who turns into a bear, or a bear who turns into a person?
Oh my god, I love her.
It's a little weirder than that, I think.
Are you a bear and a person at the same time?
Uh,
He's a
maybe.
person.
and I make just my face look like a bear.
Oh my gosh!
That's horrifying. Hold on.
See the
That's
difference.
so weird.
So actually, Gleb is the bear, and I'm Gleb, and I'll cast disguise self.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He turns into me, but he's actually a bear. And then I turn into someone else so they don't know I'm me.
So when you're a bear, does that mean, like, you're walking around naked? Do you shit in the woods?
Oh my god.
I mean, anybody can do that if they want.
I can shit in the woods?
If you want, yeah. It happens a lot, actually, when we're out traveling. Midrash complains about it a lot.
So, moving forward to Matrash.
I
You
would like to
arrive-
say, at some point in the night, I would like to teach Chrissy how to gamble.
Oh no.
Yes.
Good luck holding
her
on to your
play
money,
cards.
buddy. Good luck holding
We're
on to
not,
your
we're not
cash.
playing with money. I'm teaching her how to play cards, though.
Okay.
She's
So,
gonna
Madrash,
clean the rest of the party out.
you get to the restaurant that you're assuming it's the Food Forge, because very large sign on the front of the building has an anvil with a sandwich on it and a hammer striking the sandwich, as if it was forging a sword. Going inside, there are quite a few tables around the place and a few booths near the walls. Near the end of it, there is a kind of a bar section where there is a goblin who is currently fixing an order for someone else, and standing near the entrance waiting is Meepo, who is currently in, let's see, kind of a, I don't know what it's technically called, but she's in a dress and has like a sort of like an apron around the front of it that is adorned with little frills and embroidered bats.
So, she looks like... I'm gonna be real crass with this. She looks like Spooky Oktoberfest.
Kind of.
I love it. I'm going to, has she seen me yet?
I'll say no at this point.
Okay. I'm going to, just because I'm extra, snap my fingers, and I'm going to add a bit of a ruffle to the pattern on my outfit, and darken the colors a little bit, so that they're more in tone with hers. And on my back, I'm going to put two very large bat wings. They don't like come off the pattern. They're just like a bat wing pattern on the back.
Mm-hmm.
To kind of match energy and vibe to what Meepo's wearing. I'm going to walk up and say, "Well, hello there, Meepo."
Hey! You cleaned up pretty good.
Thank you. You look gorgeous as well.
Oh, shucks. Stop it.
I absolutely will not. I apologize. I can't help myself.
Okay. Well, I'm starving. I haven't eaten all day. Because you guys kept coming to my shop and buying stuff. Thank you. and she's going to march up to the counter to get her order.
Okay. I will absolutely follow behind very closely. So what do places like this kind of have a generalized menu, or I would just ask at the counter?
So when you get to the counter, and since you're much taller, you can see over, there are sections of, they're like little clay bowls being suspended over the bar, where it looks like they are frozen. Like the bowl itself is frozen, but the contents inside are cold. And along the back wall, there is an oven where there is a small fire elemental just kind of hanging out inside the oven. The goblin at the counter. All right, what do you want?
Ladies first.
I'll have chicken sandwich grilled with no dressings or vegetation, please. And the goblin nods his head, starts putting together the sandwich before handing it to the fire elemental, which holds it in its hands before flipping it over and toasting the other side. And then hands it back out, and it is served on a plate.
I love that. And
The goblin looks to you.
I will have. So, what meats do I see?
There's a variety of different meat options that none of them are labeled. There's also a good variety of other things that look like meat, but they don't look quite right.
Do I see,
You know there's chicken.
Oh, actually. I know there's chicken. Do I see meat that looks like cave fisher meat?
No.
Fuck. Oh, it's flammable. No shit.
Yeah.
That would be a bad ingredient. Matrash will say, well, do you have any recommendations? Something savory, a bit of a crunch to it. I do like some greens.
The mushroom melody is pretty good.
I will happily give that a try.
So instead of bread, the goblin takes out 2 large rectangular shaped mushroom tops, scoops out the gills, and then proceeds to fill it with a bit of sauce, hands a handful of leafy greens to the fire elemental, who is just kind of shifting them around in his hand so he doesn't burn them, and then plops them down in a bowl, which is then placed inside the mushroom bun. So it is toasted greens with mushroom and kind of a sweet and savory sauce.
Okay, all right. And then how much for the meals?
That'll be 12 silver.
All right.
Thank you, and enjoy your stay at the Food Forge. From there, Meepo will lead you guys to a table that is tall enough for her to sit at and comically awkward for you to sit at.
Absolutely. Honestly, I'm entertained by this. I'm here for it. All right, yeah. So, other than running Spellbound, what do you find yourself doing, Meepo?
I have a small collection of moss. That I grow and cultivate on my favorite kinds of rocks.
That's interesting. I didn't know that there was many different variety of moss. How do you sort them?
Oh, well, I sort them by alphabetical.
That
Yeah.
seems like the
So
most.
so
the most-
first one is blue moss because it's blue, so that's B, and then there's green moss, and then oh wait, brown goes before. No, brown goes before green. So blue, brown, green, red, and the very end is other green
Well,
because that starts with an O.
Do you just like to grow them, or do they have a medicinal use?
Oh no, they're just fun. Yeah, it's just a hobby.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, like,
Honestly, sometimes we need hobbies.
there was a person who came to my shop and he was looking for tiny scissors so he could trim his miniature tree, and I thought, man, that's really stupid. Why would you have a miniature tree when you could just have regular sized plants? But they all die really easy, and moss grows really well. So I was like, I like this idea, but I'm gonna make it better. So I grow little moss.
That's precious. Have you ever tried to grow moss into kind of a shape?
No, not really. But I have figured out how to make moss grow in a bottle.
Oh, that's very interesting. A sealed bottle?
Uh-huh. Well, I have to unseal it every now and then, just because it gets too humid, and that's bad for the moss at times. So I have to make sure the water levels are okay. Every now and then I throw little bugs in there. And she just describes that her hobby is making little terrariums for moss.
I'll talk with her about that for a bit. Maybe suggest maybe a larger bottle would help keep the moisture levels a bit better.
During this conversation about moss and how it grows in interesting ways, we're gonna say Granny and whatever your alias is, Isabella.
Yeah, I got an alias for her.
You two enter the food forge.
Do I see them?
I would say no, because you're a bit too devoted to your date at the moment.
Okay. Absolutely.
Isabella looks at Claire and is like looking at her for guidance on what to do this because she has never felt refreshed to a date before.
Oh my god, wait. Would actual question from Doom to probably Amumu more than Obo. Would Clarity keep using the same person to follow Madrash around, or would Clarity keep using different identities?
Of course not. It'd be different ones.
Clarity's very smart about some things and very silly about others, so I was just curious.
No.
That seems like one of those things that Clarity would be like, he's too stupid to notice, and then Madrash absolutely notices.
No.
Okay, no, please, do go on.
So my character, Granny, would go ahead and shuffle her way up to the innkeeper, barkeeper, and be like,
Yep.
I don't know if this place is gonna have anything for me to have.
Grandma, you know they will.
Okay, Sonny dear, I'm lactose intolerant and gluten intolerant, and I'm allergic to 47 different things. Do you know if you have anything that can
The
meet these
goblin at the
dietary
counter.
restrictions?
The goblin looking at the counter, over the counter to you. What's gluten?
Isabel, who's going by the name Beatrice right now, like, she can't have bread.
Oh, we have mushroom buns. As he holds one up.
Oh no, one of my dietary restrictions is a mushroom. That's unfortunate. You know what? I'll just have a glass of water.
Okay.
What about you, Bee? Well, what would you like, sweetie?
Oh, well, I will. What is the house special today, good sir?
Alright, how special? So, you guys know cricket legs, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are really big cricket legs.
Ew.
With rye bread and, you think it's a cheese of some sort? And you are given a dipping sauce. There you go, one house special. That'll be 4 silver, please.
Yeah, Isabel will pay the 4 silver, no problem.
Alright. What is the like, okay, so where does Madrash and his date sit?
They are sitting at the small folks table, which is normal proportions for Meepo. Madrash looks like he's at the kids' table at Thanksgiving.
But like, if you were to have like the front door be like,
it's to
like,
the
maybe
left
more
of
in
the
the
front
back,
door.
more in the. Okay.
Yeah, like it kind of goes from left to right, from smaller to taller tables and booths.
Okay. Bee dearie, I think I'm having a little bit of inflammation in my my knees. Do you think it would be okay if we could sit more toward the front? Just so that way we could just kind of leave. Whatever. Less walking for me.
Fine, Grandma. Let's go. Do you want me to hold your water for you so it doesn't spill?
Yes, thank you, sweet Bee. We're gonna.
And Isabel will make sure her back is facing towards Madrash because she knows her disguise is probably not the best. As we sit near the front door.
Alright, we're just gonna shuffle our way over there.
Meanwhile, back at the inn. Okay. I have 4 of a kind, as she puts down 4 2s.
Nice. So it's me and Chrissy playing poker, pretty much, right?
Yes.
All right. I'm definitely cheating.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd say. Let me just roll. How good is my hand?
I don't know. How good is your hand?
Well, that's what we're gonna find out. Pretty damn good. Okay. Oh wait, I should probably roll in here. Okay, less good. 12.
That's not bad.
I probably lose to her. Yeah.
All right, you lost, which means you owe me a strawberry tart.
All right. I'll buy her a strawberry tart. back to the restaurant.
Going to hustle a child, you got hustled by the child.
I mean,
Kind of.
yeah, Jonah's probably not trying to win against her.
Oh, absolutely.
He's
But, like,
definitely doing like the stupid thing where he gets caught cheating on purpose.
kind of here for that. I love that
So-
we're teaching Chrissy the ways of the world in like kind of subtle ways.
So, Meepo and Madrash. You guys are enjoying your meal, and after a while of witty banter, some light flirting, and a very in-depth information gained about various mosses with inaccurate names.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have finished your meal, and Meepo is kind of shuffling her feet a little. So would you like to come?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. And she will. She can't really take your hand.
I'm gonna step around the table and hold my hand out to her, help her up, and guide her out of the restaurant.
Well, the problem is, even then, because of your height difference, you wouldn't be able to hold her hand as you guys walk out. There is a much... She's like 3 feet tall, and you're, 10? Even while stretching, it wouldn't work very well.
Harry.
I mean that you're assuming that I'm keeping my back straight.
Okay. So, then, holding your hand, leading you out, she is going to start leading you back to the shop. Isabel and Clarity, you see the two of them start to leave.
Sorry. Isabella would make sure, like, they left before being like, well, Grandma, do you think it's time to go?
Yeah, probably. The senior discounts for this place didn't seem to be that great anyway. I'm sorry, sweet pea.
Grandma, I think I only had to pay for my food. I think your water was free.
Oh, really? Oh, my mistake. And she didn't drink any of it, by the way.
Isabella has actually ate her entire meal.
Strangely, while it has a crunchy exterior, it tastes like chicken on the inside.
Hey, Isabella.
What?
Did you ask if the sauce was made with apples, perchance?
I did not.
Okay.
It was not.
I just wanted to make the party go, oh shit.
There was a slight oh shit moment there. Now Isabel finishes it up. It's like, alright, Grandma, let's go. We want to make sure our dear, we have to make sure our cats aren't too far lonely.
Oh, yes. Oh no, did I forget to feed them today?
Grandma.
It's fine. The last time it happened, we just lost upon the little one, but I think they'll be fine for a few hours. All right, let's head home. We might need to rush a little bit.
Yes, I think we will, Grandma. As we get up. And probably a good distance behind following Madrash.
Okay. So, Madrash, you are led back to Spellbound, where she then closes the door and locks it behind her. So, do you want to retire for the evening, or would you like to see my moss collection, or something a little different?
Madrash is going to is going to subtly darken the pattern mostly around his collar with little bit of a red tint as he leans down, and he's just going to get real close and whisper, "What do you want to show me, Meepo?"
Okay, follow me, big boy. And she's going to lead you down into the basement, past the moss collection, which is quite nice, actually.
Noted.
Before she leads you to, strangely, a wooden post just sticking out of the ground.
Pinky kobold.
Yes. She is then going to take out a couple coils of rope and she's just going to look you up and down. The safe word is walnut. And she is going to use the rope of binding on you.
Okay.
Where we shall
Alright,
then fade to black. Oh boy.
Rope of binding. That's funny as shit.
It's like the rope of climbing, but for a different kind of knot.
I know. Oh, I know. You don't have to explain shit. That's funny as hell.
So, out of curiosity, since Isabel and Clarity had followed Madrash for a little ways and got to the shop, how loud is Madrash?
Oh. I live life to the fullest. That's all I'm gonna say.
So you guys get to the shop.
Loud as fuck.
You guys get to the shop and you can definitely hear Madrash enjoying himself.
I don't think I needed to hear this from him at all.
Fortunately, this isn't the first time I've heard him like this.
Yeah. Clarity's like, same shit, different day, motherfuck!
Same shit, different pile.
Isabella looks at Clarity. He's like, just out of curiosity, is like this normal? Like, does he find the weird people that make him scream like this?
I would be weird for me to know, but he has. I don't think he has a taste. I think it's just whoever's available and willing to go.
Okay, well, here's the thing. If he dies, he dies. At least we'll know where his body is.
Oh my god, that is the best.
I am a little nervous because, last time I saw him in a closed-knit room, he was bleeding, like, or he was crying like black tears or whatever, but I'm
But
not
he
going
went
to.
the kobold.
Look, if it's a murder mystery, we know who he was with last.
Yes, we do. That's what I'm saying. We'll know where the body is.
Mhm.
And we can go to the answers amiibo.
And if he comes back, then it's fine. We just don't know what happened.
And, alright. But before we go back to the inn, Isabel's gonna leave one of her rubber ducks in front of the door.
Oh no!
The calling card has been placed.
If I see her doing that, I'm snatching it back
You just
up.
like
No.
you just like balance it in like the front window of the door, so it just like looks at her when she comes into the shop in the morning.
Actually, you know what? She doesn't like rubber ducks. Yeah, let's do it.
Isabel looks at her like, come on, we'll associate the rubber ducks with Madrash now. Funny.
Oh boy.
Alright,
So-
let's go back to the inn. I hope
I'm just-
Chrissy's fine.
I'm just happy he's not in a cult this time.
He was in cults before.
Look, you never know where these escapades end up going. Sometimes he's fine, sometimes he gets himself in trouble, and sometimes I have to break him out of it.
I'm sorry. Let's just go back to
Flashback.
the inn.
He calls me
Flashback.
a cockblock, but, 8 out of 10 times, it's fine, but those 2 out of 10, sometimes he needs me to save his ass.
Rewinding time a few years. Madrash was invited to an orgy. Turns out it was a sex cult, and he was going to be sacrificed to their dark god.
They were looking for Dragonborn of first generation, and I thought it was a weird flex, but I was like, hey, I got 2, and I'm here for you. And that wasn't what was happening.
No,
I
everyone
wasn't
else
doing
got
the fucking,
fucked
I was
but
getting
him.
fucked.
No.
Yeah.
Yep, just a sacrifice on an altar while everyone else got off.
Not one of my my proudest night. Still not the worst.
Yeah, the worst would probably be when it turned out that the person was actually a sea hag. Yeah, that was a surprise.
Still wondering when that's gonna happen. I technically gave one of my that might be my firstborn to a fae, so you know. Wonder what I get out of that deal.
You got to live.
Clarity just walk. Isabella and Clarity walk back to the inn, and Isabella just has like this small
Vietnam.
stare of, I can't
Just-
believe I heard that.
Just, it's the 1,000-yard stare, the Vietnam flashback of saving Madrash from terrible encounters.
I don't think Isabella's is that much. It's just more like, I do not need to hear what he sounds like when he's getting off.
Aw, it's okay, sweet bee. I kind of snap back into my normal form and just go, you get used to it, unfortunately. Especially if you're living in the same inn as him. It's everywhere.
Why do you think I stay at the nightclub?
Maybe we should talk to Buck about possibly getting me a room there.
You mean Billy?
Yeah.
Well, that's if if the nightclub's still standing when we go back.
Well, hopefully we can figure out a way to help Billy out. I mean, he's been nothing but gracious to us. It's the least that we could do.
Yeah, I don't want to be out of another country, okay?
Yeah, I can empathize.
You are scared to go to another country because you're wanted for escaping something?
Something like that.
Are you also an indentured servant?
No.
Huh. Fair. We should probably go get clarity so Shleb can have some sleep or something.
You mean
Chrissy?
I mean, Chrissy. I meant Chrissy. I confuse your names.
It's okay.
So,
Yeah.
as the night goes on, the rest of you heading to the inn and bedding down for the night. Midrash, please make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Absolutely.
Natural one coming.
12.
Okay, you pass. No point of exhaustion for you.
Dope. So I can hit the long rest button?
Yes, everyone gets a long rest.
Yeah.
As you guys all wake up the following day. Midrash, are you planning on sneaking out, or how are you leaving to meet up with the rest of the group?
Absolutely not sneaking out. I'm making breakfast, and then after breakfast I'll be leaving.
Okay.
Midrash is a bit of a hopeless romantic, and he will serve me breakfast in bed.
Oh, okay. Meepo is definitely surprised. Okay. I wasn't expecting this. You do know
normally-
that you do know that I just wanted you for your body, right?
Yes. And can we not enjoy one another's company?
I mean, I have to open the shop in a few minutes, so...
Then you better eat quick.
Okay.
Alright. Midrash is gonna saunter his ass out.
This is Hikari asking, is Midrash gonna wait for Meepo to open the store first?
No.
Yeah.
It was just like he is not ashamed of a single thing. So like, if he's there for the night, he's gonna be there for the night.
As you make your way back to the Golden Apple Inn, your back is a bit stiff. Kobold beds, not very large. You were only able to support like half of your body, and it wasn't then the most comfortable position. So a little stiff, a good amount of stretching while making your way back helps, but it's a bit rough.
Mm-hmm.
Does
Okay.
Midrash notice the rubber duck that was in front of the door?
Does he?
Odd.
I don't know what your
That's-
perception
that's-
is. What's your passive perception?
My passive perception's 12.
I'd say you notice it.
Midrash is gonna leave it. Actually, yeah. I'm just gonna leave it there. I thought about scooting it just inside the door to where it just sits in the doorway, but no, actually, no, I won't. Intrusive thought doesn't win this time. It
This
just stays at the
time.
front door.
Okay. So by the time Midrash gets to the inn, you guys have finished consuming breakfast what is your guys' plan for today?
I would ask Gleb to cast Goodberry. And offer a trade.
Also, so we eat good berries instead of eating the food here.
Yeah.
I mean, whoever wants them, yeah. Gleb has very much been not eating any of the food here, so.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll have one.
Yeah, Isabel will take one too.
Okay.
After asking about how special, like, like crickets and stuff, she's like, "Yeah, I want food." I
Would Chrissy like one?
I'll try a berry, but I don't think it's going to be very filling. It's rather small.
You'd
Oh,
be surprised,
trust me.
Chrissy.
Chrissy will eat the berry, and then a few seconds go by. Oh, that was a lot. Why was it so big? It was the what?
Magic.
Magic.
Oh. Oh, that's weird. It's like eating uncooked rice.
It expanded in the tummy.
Chrissy, how do you know what uncooked rice is?
Because I snuck some. I was too hungry to cook it. It was a bad idea.
You know, Chrissy, I'm glad to hear you snuck it, and not that they fed it to you as a punishment. That makes me happy.
I would thank Club for offering us his good berries, and I would toss him over a bag of holding.
What's this for?
I mean, I just kind of noticed throughout our travels that you kind of been eyeing mine. So I figured, you know, nothing wrong with two, right?
I open up the bag, look inside of it, and then crawl inside of it.
Huh?
I'm sorry, what?
Glad!
Please run that by me again. What was that?
She handed me the extra bag of holding that she bought the other day and crawled inside of it.
Okay. Gleb has just crawled inside the bag of holding.
Do you want me to get him out of there?
I'm gonna try to pull him out. Yeah.
I don't think that's healthy. Let's see.
While I'm in here, I'm like emptying my pockets and throwing everything in here.
What, you trying to keep secrets?
You can't see him.
I mean, you wouldn't see that.
We wouldn't, but we're like, glad.
Oh my god.
I'll just like walk over and stick my head in, just my head. Like, Glab, can you breathe in there? Like,
A little bit.
Not for long.
okay. I'll pull my head out and he's just dumping his shit.
I would poke my head in and be like, I would like to explain that this is not a house. You cannot use this as a place of living.
I know. I've crawled inside of yours before when you weren't around.
Huh?
That's concerning.
Is that why there's this weird musty smell in here?
Oh, Jonah, by the way.
Yeah.
I got this. I thought I could use it. And then Madresh gave me something for a tattoo. I gotta figure out where I want it. And Isabella will hand you the necklace of adaptation. It, like, lets you breathe easier and, like, you have advantage on, like, dodging cloud attacks and even dragon attacks. You're already pretty good stealth-wise. I think it'll help you a bit more.
I'm already filled up on the amount of things I can attune to.
Oh. Gleb, you want it?
After a minute or so in the bag, I'd crawl my way out.
The hand comes out, grabs it, and pulls it into the bag.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't hear what it was.
Oh, it's the necklace. Yeah, the
It
necklace
lets you
of
breathe
adaptation.
good.
Oh,
Yeah,
adaptation.
breathe normally in any environment, and you have advantage on saving throws made against harmful gases and vapors like cloud kill, stinking cloud, poisons, and breath weapons of some dragons.
And also farts.
That's kind of important considering who we keep company.
Yeah. Nobody else wants it.
You may have it.
So, Chrissy is going to look at you guys. So, are we all going down the secret hole, or am I staying here, or can I stay with Francis?
You know Francis?
She went with us.
Yeah.
Oh,
she
yeah,
didn't.
you did, didn't you?
Oh no, she didn't.
No, we kept
We kept her here
No, we didn't,
specifically.
yeah.
You guys talked about it.
This is true.
I mean, I think we're gonna at least wait till your sister gets here. And there was a thought of some of us going to get Francis's legs.
Well, it would be really bad for you to continue to take me on dangerous adventures when you know that there is a safe place that I can stay while waiting for my sister to get here.
Well, you would stay here. We wouldn't take you with us.
Yeah, we just got schooled by a kid.
But what if we want to say bye? What if your sister takes us without us actually getting to say goodbye? Then we would be sad.
Oh, I wouldn't let her leave without saying goodbye. Plus, you guys said she'd be gone she wouldn't be here for a while, and I don't think it'll be that long before you guys come back. Unless you guys get really lost, or distracted, or forget about me, or...
Well...
we would never forget about you. Besides, you still owe me that picture I asked.
So
we can't
yeah.
promise being distracted or lost, though.
Plus, my sister apparently knows Francis, and instead of the innkeeper here, which he's a nice guy, but I don't trust him. He's got a weird mustache.
Now, Percy, we can't judge people just because of their facial hair.
Yes, we can.
No, we can't.
I do.
We shouldn't.
Okay. I'm still gonna do it.
Chrissy, you know how many people judge me based off my haircut?
2 people?
Are you one of those people?
No, I was just guessing a number.
Well,
Did I get it wrong?
Yes, there are quite a few people who have judged me because of my hair being super short.
Well, that's weird.
Some of them aren't necessarily wrong. They think I'm kind of violent. Well, I can be when fighting, so...
But you are violent. I saw you hit things with an axe.
Moving on.
You never know.
Yeah, moving on. I'm gonna stay with Francis while you guys are out, because I'll be safe there.
No. What do you guys... Do you guys feel comfortable with that, or...?
I mean, I trust Francis. He does seem like a very nice guy. What about you, Jonah? Dresh? Rev? What's your opinions on this?
Sorry, I was a bit distracted. What?
About leaving Chrissy with Francis.
Francis seems capable.
Francis also can't leave his room.
I do trust him.
Capable of watching a child, at least. Doesn't seem like he'll be able to run away.
But here's the thing. If we are going to... Because I don't think we can go down that hole just yet. If we go get Francis' legs, Jonah can't come with because of that whole leaving the door and being behind him.
Something, let's go down the hole. Something, let's explore. Something, let's fuck some shit up. Yes?
I'm gonna go down the hole once his sister got here.
You guys still have 4 days before they should arrive.
Right.
I think my only fear is that he did say that he was programmed, right? And his program just kind of broke one day?
He said he broke it. Or something.
He's a living robot. He thinks, he feels, he understands morals, and he chooses to spend his time cobbling shoes.
Also, he has no legs. I'm pretty sure Chrissy can outrun him. If something does go wrong.
My fear is what... I mean, because I thought I remembered him saying that he originally, like, was a part of Mandala willingly, but then some sort of program broke and he gained...
Well,
He
it
gained
would
his own
be,
will.
Yes.
yeah, it wouldn't really be willingly, since he was a robot.
Yeah, and he doesn't remember anything beforehand. Besides, if our concerns are correct, he might have been like Chrissy originally.
Yeah. Well, if you guys trust him, I trust him.
I
It's not
think
that
we're
I-
out of options in talking about this as burning daylight. Well, burning illusory daylight?
I don't know, this place is... Well,
Madrash like kind of stretches and you hear his back crack a few times.
this place, well, not as scary as not as creepy as I originally thought. I was honestly expecting this to be way worse. And it's not as bad as it could be. I mean, Francis knows that Kathy's coming, so that's something.
Either way, we have things to do. We can't exactly bring Chrissy down that hole. We could probably do that today.
If we go down that hole, we'll have to we'll go a little bit and then come back. So we can please be here when Kathy gets in.
So, for clarification's sake, Isabella, what do you want to do today?
Go. I don't care if we go down the hole or if we just like some of us go get Francis's leg.
Respectfully, a decision needs to be made. Give input, please. Thank you.
If we're going down the hole, if I went going down the hole, you can leave Chrissy with Francis.
Jonah, what would you like to do today?
If you guys think we should go down the hole, I'm good with that. I don't think we should go after the legs, because I can't come with you without busting a door.
Clarity.
But you also said you wanted to meet with the nobles. So that's on the table as well. I thought we were going to do that and then go down the hole.
I honestly forgot to talk about that. I think going down the hole was smarter.
So it seems we have 2 for go down the hole and 2 for talk to nobles. Clarity?
Information is power. I think we should probably go check on the nobles.
Gleb?
I think I'm with Clarity on this one.
Wonderful. Sounds like we all agree. Madrash is just gonna like lean up, straighten his back. Shall we?
Gosh, you need me to like crack your back for you?
I respectfully... Actually, Isabella, could you just put your palm like right here on my back and just push real hard? I just have this knot.
Okay. Isabella does that, and it comes out with a bit more strength than you're used to.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that was amazing. I forgot what it's like to have someone who can push me. As weird as that sounds.
Dresh, I think you need to work on your wording, because that does not...
That was me being tame.
I don't even want to know what happened last night. Let's go talk to
When Chris is not around, I'll give you details, darling. Don't worry.
I don't want the details. I don't want to know about the sex.
Campfire share story time. Oh, it's been so long.
Are we dropping Chrissy off at Francis first, or is she coming with us to talk to the nobles?
I think we can take her with us to the nobles. Probably the safest. We're probably the safest people for her to be with. I mean, we're not leaving the city.
Yeah.
Considering there was an assassination attempt on the nobles, maybe with Francis would be safer?
We're a group of people who are armed. I feel like if someone came in to try and assassinate the nobles, as long as we don't get in their way, they're just going to avoid us as much as possible.
I think the more people that see Chrissy, the worse it is.
Alright. I'll go with majority.
I mean, if we drop Chrissy off now, too, we don't have to worry about when we go into the hole. So it'll be smarter. Or less stuff on everything. So, besides, I want to say hi to Francis. Madrash, Clarity, what do you think?
Guys?
I already said what I wanted.
No, we're talking about if you take Chrissy with us.
Yeah, I was the first one to say that.
Oh, I forgot. Okay.
Okay, respectfully, are you guys dropping off Are you dropping off her at Francis's place and have her get babysat there, or are you taking her with you? Decision needs to be made. Dropping her off? All right.
We had 3 people vote for Francis. That's majority.
All right. So,
Well,
heading towards Francis's place, dropping her off there. As you guys are leaving, Francis starts to teach her how to repair and make shoes. That way she has something to do.
Aww.
That's cute.
Okay. Which of the houses are you guys going to? Greenroot, Bronzeweaver, or Iron Eye?
We're going to go to the Bronzeweavers first, right? Because that's where Mara's from.
Makes the most sense. Though we should probably be careful about mentioning Mara, as we're there to collect other information first. And if the topic of Mara is sensitive, we don't want to get kicked out before we learn too much.
Correct.
Okay. So, heading towards the Bronzeweaver estate, you guys are shown towards a fairly large stone-carved mansion with iron wrought gates that separate it from the rest of the city. After waiting a little bit, out the outside, the guards will let you in, and you are seated in the waiting room by their butler. Is there anything that I might be able to help you with, or are you here to speak with the Lord?
We're here to speak with the Lord.
I see. Well, since you are foreigners, he is also interested in talking to you, so follow me this way, as he leads you to a small but well-furbished study. And behind a fairly nice desk sits a relatively aged man with more gray than brown hair and a neatly trimmed beard. Well, hello there. Is there anything in particular that you wanted from me, or are we just here to get down to business?
It is a pleasure to be meeting the Lord of the House. And I'll bow. We have inquiry of the city and just general knowledge as we are outsiders. We think that swapping stories and telling tales of our venture may entertain and may provide payment for the information that we seek.
To be blunt with you, I do not give a care about any of your adventures. What interests me is life above. Since we have been down here for so long, how are things in this city above us? Who is the ruling body at the time? And do they still neglect to mention our existence in the history books?
There is missing information on the city of Meridian and the denizens of which the companies of Greenroot, Iron Eye, and Bronzeweaver are scarcely mentioned. Though the more ruling class of society practices, and I'm going to switch to Celestial, a bit more open prayer and back to common. They take interest, especially in Celestial and Draconic origins. So
I believe there's a misunderstanding. I don't care about the nation. I'm more concerned about the city of Edinburgh. about its ruling class and what major factions are at play.
What companies would be the biggest majority of that ruling class?
So, obviously, Dawnbrand Trading Company has massive power in the city, as it is currently the main company that is used for the defense and obviously import-export of goods. After that, it would probably be Vladimir Steelworks, Mandala Engineering. Those are like the big players. However, hold on, there it is. At the moment, the city is, for a while, been ruled by a group known as the Throne of Five. No one really knows exactly what the Throne of Five is, other than it is the ruling body of the city. Rumor has it that it's either 5 corporations that are leading it. Some people say it's 5 kings that are ruling the city. But whatever the 5 are, they're the ones that are pulling all of the strings.
Obo,
Yes.
would I happen to know, like, what corporation holds the most sway over, like, the sort of underground or, like, lower crust kind of thing? Like, who has the most sway over the average body of people?
Over the average people, that would probably be... That would either be Stonecraft or Roberta Tonics, as those are the more healthcare-oriented companies.
I'd probably mention that. Those ones have the most sway over the most people, presumably, right? Because most people would be in that category.
Yeah, especially in the Undercity, where getting access to decent healthcare is difficult.
Something, just heal yourself, forehead.
Yeah.
That's all the information he really has, other than, like, most of the people he probably wouldn't snitch on. So yeah, it's mostly just, these two are pretty big for most people, the majority of people in the city.
I see. And have there been any other strange happenings recently? Any global changes in power? Define strange. Indeed.
Jonah would know nothing about politics.
Yeah.
He's like, something probably.
Would Isabella know any because she was in Cordova for a few years? Did you know if there are any changes that she would talk to her gladiator friends?
Yes, this is something that you would have known from your time in Cordova. A majority of those who became indentured servants opted to join the Cordovian military as part of the conscripted army, to a degree that it seems like they're really ramping up their military size. Which, like, there was a good, like, before you left, it was like a good 3 years that it was just the talk of the town that the military was expanding quite a lot. And that was probably the defining thing of, oh, I need to get out of here because odds are you're going to get conscripted.
Yeah, after being sent away to a different town, she's like, I gotta get the fuck out.
Yeah. Huh. So Cordova is amassing an army. Rivia has stopped expanding, and nothing is coming out of Oceania. Odd. He's going to write you guys a small letter and seal it with his signet ring. Take this to the House of Iron Eye. You'll want to speak with them immediately.
Thank you.
Insight check this man.
Certainly.
Does he seem overly wary of us?
Now let's roll that insight and find out.
Is it trying to find it? There we go. 23.
Oh, fuck.
I was muted, but I would like to insight him as well.
Yeah, roll for insight. Jonah.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that he's less interested in you guys in general, and more is just trying to get any information he can about the city above and the world around there. Since they are relatively cut off, he's specifically looking for information that seems to retain to militaristic power of one form or another. And he's not so much wary of you guys, but more of like, he's, for someone who is the head of the Bronze Weavers, which they work on crafting and building and maintenance of the infrastructures, having him be so focused on military assets is a bit odd.
I got a 6. Natural 1 plus 5.
He must be a military history buff.
Everyone has their hyper-focus.
Everyone's got a hobby.
And I guess the wrong time for your natural 1, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright, we should probably head to the Iron Eye now.
Alright.
So, leaving the Bronze Weaver estate and heading to the Iron Eye. This is different. The Iron Eye estate is not a mansion. It's a fort.
As we're like outside of it, I want to turn to the party and go, alright, so it's very weird that he gave us a letter to give to a bunch of people in a fort after hearing about military strength, but nothing else other than that. That man is suspicious, to say the least.
A military letter to the military people. I mean, people have hobbies. You live in a cave for 50 years. You get bored.
That's the thing. They've been living in a cave for 50 years. His company, the
Bronze Weavers.
Bronze Weavers, yeah, those guys. They work on architecture and structural stuff.
Crafters.
Yeah. But he's so fixated on military strength on the upside. Don't know what he's planning. I don't think I'd like it, though.
Having a hobby that polarizes your general interest actually might be really grounding.
I think it might be a little deeper than a hobby.
Why do you think I was so intent on getting out of Cordova? Besides being sent to fucking nowhere.
You don't like forced slavery under a fancy name?
Well, I was originally working with a seamstress, and I destroyed a bunch of shit, and then I was made a gladiator, so... it's my friends. Alright, let's see what the Iron Knights have to say. If they ask us about what kind of things are being crafted, I'm gonna be with Jonah that that's suspicious.
The hobbies.
Knocking on the front gate to the Iron Eye Fortress, the door opens up and there's a guard there. You got an appointment, or are you here to sign up?
We got a letter from the Bronze Weavers.
I'll take that.
We were told to come meet with the leader.
Mm-hmm. He takes the letter and slams the door closed.
How pleasant.
You guys are waiting for about a solid 15 minutes before the door opens up and there is...
Let's be real. After like 5 minutes, Madrash gets bored and is like, so why are we just standing here?
To be polite, Madrash.
They slammed the door on us. They're not being polite. Why are we showing courtesy to someone who's rude?
Because we're not from here.
Because they probably have bigger things to shoot at us than we do to shoot at them.
Why is there shooting? We can just...
I mean, I guess.
But
don't we want to ask them questions?
Yeah, let's just wait. Let's see if they come back. If they don't come back within like 30 minutes, then we knock on the door and be like, what the fuck is going on?
Okay, let's not be too fucking crazy here. 30 minutes?
We could always just let Jonah leave the gate open.
Yeah.
No! No! No!
I'd be okay with it. That guy that just slammed the door in my face is on guard duty.
Of course. Honestly, Jonah, that's someone I would be fine with right now. Let's just wait a little bit longer. If they come back, they come back. Besides, trust me, you don't want to get on the wrong side of the law. I've been there enough.
Hey, how are we on the wrong side of the law by having better things to do?
You don't want to insult anyone?
I
didn't realize I broke the law either.
I literally make a living off of fucking nobles, and they pay me for it.
How did we get from initially going to ask questions to the nobles to running errands for a noble?
Exactly. Like,
it happens.
Having a spine will get you, not having a spine will get you nowhere with nobles. Just blatantly doing what they say, they will just ask for more and give you nothing. The best thing to do is to put your foot down. If you have something they want, then they will come to you.
Look, we give them we're not waiting 30 minutes. That's fucking ridiculous. We'll wait 20 minutes, okay? And then if they don't come out, all right, then we go back to the Bronze Weaver and we make him answer our questions because his little buddy is too busy reading his letter.
So,
and I think the door opens.
The door opens. It's the same guard, who now has a black eye and it's swollen shut.
Nice.
His lordship will see you now.
That's a good look for you.
You guys are escorted to a courtyard where there are training dummies and weapons that are on racks. And there is a man who is currently in a duel with... he's sparring with 2 other soldiers. They are fully armed and armored in the kind of black insect-like armor pieces that make up what looks almost like a full set of plate mail. And they are both fighting a man with one eye and one arm who has a saber in one hand. And he is currently schooling the ever-loving shit out of both of them. There's a moment before he sends both of them tumbling on their ass, and he turns to you guys, and a servant comes up with a glass of water for him. Takes a long drink. I do apologize for that, for the wait. I was in the middle of therapy before they decided to give me the letter. And the imbecile who thought it was courteous to make you wait has been punished.
I thought you punched him.
No, that was a kick.
You can kick that, huh? That's impressive.
Certainly. I may be crippled and not the best on the battlefield, but I certainly know how to keep my men in shape. Speaking of which, you two, head back to the barracks. You're done for today. Now, I was given a letter from Bronze Weaver saying that I needed to discuss things with you immediately and to give you the utmost courtesy. Again, apologies for the wait. What was there that you wanted to discuss?
We want to discuss some details about the city and potentially a bit of its history.
Ah. Well then. Would you prefer refreshments or any other means of distraction, since this will be very dull and boring?
I think we're fine.
Splendid. So, feel free to ask your questions, and when you are done, I will have a few of my own.
Alright. Isabel looks at everyone's like she doesn't know what questions to ask right now.
A bit of an icebreaker. What distractions fancy you?
Well, if you would like, we could demonstrate some of our soldiers in a duel, or if you are interested, you may challenge any of them to a duel. For points, obviously, with practice weapons.
How good are you with a gun?
To be frank, I don't know what a gun is.
Okay.
Is that some sort of new weapon that's been developed?
Want to see it?
Certainly.
Where's a target? I look over.
There's
For, like,
plenty
a
of
target
there's
practice.
plenty of practice dummies.
Yeah, I'll just walk away a bit and I'll fire my revolver into the head of one of the dummies.
It easily shatters the wooden head and helmet that the dummy had. And the head of the Iron Eye looks at you. I see that we'll have quite a bit to discuss after your questions are done. That, however, fascinating.
Well, I don't have a ton of information, but hey, if you answer our questions all we want, then I have no problem sharing what I know.
Splendid. So, ask away your questions.
I'll give Madrash a pat on the back. Like, all right, go get him. That's your part.
Madrash is going to Alright. Madrash is talking, I guess. Madrash is gonna step forward. We're curious about some of how the city structure is, a bit of history of it, some more macabre than others. We've heard a few rumors, and we're also curious if you'd be willing to share the information on the late governor, as that seems to be a topic going around discussed with us. First and foremost, I wanted to lay it all bare for you, because clarification can only provide the most direct way there with someone like yourself who is very direct. So I will be a bit more blunt.
And the bluntness is appreciated.
The hospitality is almost unsettling due to the area that we find ourselves in. So we were looking for a little more information on how things are run, but since there's no governor for us to speak to, we chose to come to the three noble houses of the area.
Well, the reason for the hospitality is rather simple, and to include your question on the history of our city. Our city was founded nearly 500 years ago, when we were cut off from the surface due to a mining accident. And we were no longer allowed to return to the surface. Those who had tried were killed. So we decided to dig deeper in the search of making a living. As for the hospitality, we don't get many travelers, and after a few generations, tends to lead to inbreeding and malformations and sickly children. So as such, having anyone who makes their way to our city before departing, we ask that they leave behind for the next generation, as it were. That way our city does not die within a generation or two. Since we are literally cut off from the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
we were inquiring about some of those abnormalities, and we were told a case of, because the subject of the governor was on the table, we were told that the governor had had a malformed child.
Yes. That one is an odd case. His bloodlines should have been pure enough to where there would have been no cases like that, but there was rumor going around that it was a curse of some sort, which would explain it. But there's not much beyond that, since they had to put the child down.
Madrash is going to use his one-way telepathy on, I guess, yeah, it's gonna be clarity. And he's gonna be like, there were other questions, I don't remember all the questions. Help!
Aladdin. What? I don't know how public the information was, but what sort of, I guess for lack of a better term, mutations did the child have?
Well, I don't know of anything about that. That would have been probably kept between the Bronzeweaver and Greenroot, but albeit enough to where the child was clearly suffering.
Okay. And then, speaking of her father, I heard that he recently met his ends. And I heard that there were some rumors going around that it may have been an assassination.
That is the current theory going around. Unfortunately, I cannot divulge the exact details that are going about that, due to it being, one, an embarrassment on the Iron Eye for not being able to provide security well enough, and two, it is an investigation that is ongoing.
For what it's worth, whether you agree with the sentiment or not, depends solely on, will, I guess, dictate how that conversation goes forward. But since we're outsiders, we are a bit ignorant to how things run here. But if a secret were to leave with us, well, we are unlikely to be able to make our way back to the city. So if it were considered a blunder, the secret would, for lack of better terms, stay safe with us.
It's not a matter of trust, it's more of a matter of, until we have more evidence to better our investigation, we are keeping things close to the chest.
Understandable.
Plus, you are strangers. We don't know where your allegiance lies, and it is most certainly not with our city, since I doubt that you will be staying permanently.
Did we have any other questions? I'm trying to think.
Not that I can remember.
Unless Jonah wants to ask, like, about the oddity of the Bronzeweaver's questions. Because Midrash is still like, that's a hobby.
I was more wondering, Lord Bronzeweaver seemed to be very interested in military movements of the surfers. I was wondering why that was.
Oh. That's the reason he asked you over here. Yes, he is paranoid of the surface, and believes that we are also running out of space down here, since we are no longer able to physically expand, due to our undesired neighbor, who likes to bang on our door. And as such, he has a notion, and has tried to pass a bill multiple times, for us to retake the surface, and make our presence known again to the people of the city above.
You want to... Well, I guess I can give you a bit of surface knowledge. Considering that guns are a foreign implement to you guys, I don't think you'd be able to do so.
And sadly, I believe you were correct there. If this is a small arm, I can only assume that they have larger ones available. And we have
this
nothing
one
like
is... This one would be considered an antique and is obsolete compared to current small arms.
Hmm. Then we will have to arm ourselves equally as powerful, which would definitely take time. But
Well,
enough of that. Is that the end of your line of inquiries?
For now, unless we come up with anything else. Why don't you ask some questions? Been an exchange.
Excuse me. Of course. Before he asks any questions, he is going to cast a quick spell. I would like everyone to make a charisma saving throw for me.
Oh, wonderful.
Legitimate question. Would Madrash know what this spell is? Because Doom thinks he knows, and like, if it is, then I'm purposely gonna fail.
It's probably what you think it is. So we have 2 fails. 1 pass.
So would I get a chance to make a check before the save, or no?
I would say your hunch is that it's probably what you think it is. What are you thinking it is?
I think it's a zone of truth.
Yeah, it's probably a zone of truth.
Yeah, I don't resist it.
Okay.
I willingly fail.
So, everyone aside from Clarity must speak the truth. Clarity, feel free to bullshit your way out of whatever you want.
Okay, cool.
So since things have taken a bit of a turn.
Oh, great. Very
Mhm.
good.
That's fine.
I want to know
Oh,
everything that you know about the Circle of Iron.
What is the Circle of Iron?
Never heard of it.
Would Isabella know anything?
What's your opinion on fairies?
Probably nothing. Isabella would probably just think they might be real in here, so she probably wouldn't know anything.
Okay.
I would say the majority of the surface dwellers may have heard inklings of the Iron Circle, more as like an organization that like whispers of its existence, but most people, I think, don't believe it's real. It's kind of like the boogeyman.
Ah, I see. What rumors have you heard about them recently? Any activities, any rumors associated with them? Aside from general hearsay.
Am I allowed to make a history or?
Yeah, you can make a history check.
Okay.
Let's see. At the moment, the Circle of Iron have been expanding, and it's hard to tell if someone says that, oh yeah, they're a member of the Circle, or if they're just bullshitting, as a way to like intimidate someone. But at the same time, there has been less of extraplanar creature activity in the world, it seems, or at least in the Rivian Empire, which is the main focus of the Circle of Iron, is to destroy or remove creatures from other worlds. Their methods are definitely more of the end result matters more than how you get there. So sometimes there's a witch hunt in a city where half the population are burned at a stake because of one potential imp or one warlock who made a deal with some fae or some other creature. For the most part, it is it's hard to tell if it's just an angry mob or if it's the Circle who stirs shit up like that.
Well, like I've mentioned before, the Circle is mostly heard via rumors. Whenever something bad happens to an area, there's always a little bit of inkling like, oh, I think the Circle did it. Based on rumors that I've heard, I can say that it seems like they're expanding. Sometimes overnight, you'll hear of a town disappearing. But I will say that from most of the rumors that I hear, their intent is to destroy all creatures not of this plane. Sometimes without a care for the people in this plane.
Well, that's excellent news. Yes.
Now that he's gotten serious about this, so much so that he cast a spell, I know insight's not mind reading, but I don't know how to voice. I'm trying to glean additional information on his intent, or his reactions to the information Clarity is giving him beyond what he's saying.
Insight check too,
and I would like to do an insight to.
You can both roll insight. Anyone who wants to may roll insight to try and read expression, tone of voice, all of that.
Yeah, Isabella would insight check this.
Fuck yeah.
Please be that 20. Yeah, that 20.
Woo! That's my goat.
Hell yeah.
Alright, what'd you get, Doom?
24.
24. Alright.
1-1.
Let me see how well he's able to hide this.
Isabel's mostly focusing on the extraplanar creature's reaction.
So I didn't roll well, which is unfortunate because of his bonus to, I assume would be deception for this, to hide his intent. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. Because I rolled a 5. So everybody, the more that Clarity explains what's going on, it seems that he is. It's not happy, it's not excited, it's pride. He is beaming with pride at what he hears. It's safe to assume that he wants to or has connections to the Circle of Iron at one point or another.
So it is easy to assume that he's probably a xenophobe of some form.
Potentially.
What race is he?
He is human.
Okay. Gross. And
okay.
of most of the person that he punched in the eye was probably also human. Like,
Yes.
it seems that the majority of the guard are human.
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
At the realization of hearing, figuring out this man's motifs, I kind of, I stop talking and say, well, at least that's as far as I have heard myself. Is there any other questions?
Not really any large questions other than how long will you all be staying and will you attempt to return to the surface?
We only intend to stay here a few more days, and we absolutely do intend to return to the surface, though, personally, I love the idea of contributing towards the city.
Excellent. I'm sure that there will be quite a few of the women folk of the city that would be much appreciated of that. However, when you decide to depart, I would like you to keep something in mind, as he is then going to hand you guys a small... It's a scroll case. It's a wooden scroll case that is locked up. If it's still there, there is... At one point there was a meeting point for those of the Circle of Iron. I would like you to deliver this to them.
Where exactly would that be? And I guess I'll take the scroll case.
Judging from how the city is now, it would probably be in your undercity now. Probably near the walls on the northern side of the city. I don't know if it's still there or not, but you should be able to find it by their calling card. A bramble of iron should be hanging from the doorway somewhere, and that should identify it.
I'm gonna use minor illusion to trace what I think it would look like. So something akin to this.
Kind of a little smaller, more like when someone hangs a horseshoe over their doorway, except for about that shape, slightly smaller.
Okay.
Would I have ever done any jobs or stolen from anyone who would have had these kinds of symbols, or I'm just trying to gauge how common of a symbol it is, at least within the higher.
Probably
strokes.
no. Probably not.
Okay.
Anyways, it would be much appreciated that the local chapter is aware that we are still loyal.
Is it a druidic symbol by chance?
Ooh. You know what? I want to say yes, but no. I want to say it was a druidic symbol at one point, but it's changed.
Okay.
You know what? Make me a history check. Just for funsies. With advantage, because druid.
History. I'm real good at these.
Got it.
15.
If you want, Brian, I will spend a hero point.
I have 2.
I have 3.
Sure.
Well,
if
I
you
did.
want.
All right,
Wait,
roll a
who has
d6.
guidance?
Add it to it.
Somebody has guidance, right?
I have
don't
guidance, but I don't want to cast that spell in front. Too many spells in front of them.
That's true.
They're what, 1d6s?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a d6.
Yeah, the hero points are a d6.
Roll a 6. Roll a 6.
Hey,
Woo!
20.
Yes.
21.
15 to 21.
So, from what you can vaguely remember, the Circle of Iron probably started thousands of years ago as a druidic circle in the hopes of protecting the common folk from extraplanar creatures as a way of being a mediator or a way of policing when creatures like fairies started to step out of line and become too aggressive or assertive. And the circle would then go to punish them. But over the years and generations, it's devolved into what's almost a cult, but with the sole purpose of eradicating things not native to the planet. So the symbol itself is in fact a druidic symbol, but the fact that it's made out of metal instead of regular brambles is odd, since druids are so opposed to metal in the first place.
Question.
Answer.
Is that just typically Fae, or does that include all extraplanar things like angels and devils?
So it originally was for Fae, because they were, because like during the first ages, Fae were a real problem, tricking people and causing mischief and mayhem. But it's grown to the point where anything that's extraplanar, including celestials, if they are not native to the planet, they fall in the domain and the target and ire of the Circle of Iron.
Okay.
So that's 3 of us in the party.
So, but generally speaking, they're not as inclined towards celestials, because it's like celestials will usually help them in their dealings, but it's like once everyone else is gone, the celestials will have to go too, and are viewed more as a tool, so long as they're useful.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a specific, like, Fae and Fiends, those go first, and, aberrations, those gotta go, and then eventually it's like, okay, when there's nothing left, it's the celestials that need to be removed.
Basically, druid Nazis.
But yes, to politely.
I
answer
mean, kinda. Kind of druid Nazis.
But if you're curious as well, I do believe fairies are real. And I do also believe that the Iron Circle is real, sir.
Well, I know that fairies are real, and I know that the Circle of Iron is real. But it's good to know that they are still around after this time. In any case, that is the last of the questions that I have. And if you have nothing else, I need to go back to training my soldiers, because we have plenty of new recruits that need to be broken in.
Off of the good graces that we've set for ourselves, would there be some kind of symbol or pass that we could acquire that could give us more unfettered access to places that would be a bit more private but not necessarily of the highest order?
No. The only places that you are not allowed are places that most civilians of the city would not be allowed to go. So I cannot give you further permission beyond that.
Is
Would that
there
be due
any-
to limitations or preference?
Security. Due to security reasons.
I'm going to whisper into Clarity's head, and I'm gonna say, do you think he'll trade me clearance for an old flare gun? Because that could improve their technology, but I'm not sure I want to improve the technology of a bunch of these guys.
Am I able to respond to you?
Not in your head, so Madrashi's just gonna turn to you, like, look at you.
I'm assuming that we've kind of been traveling long enough to together where you can tell where Clarity looks a little displeased at the thought.
Yeah. No.
Gives you like that. She gives you like that mama eye.
Okay. And Madrash will just will just say,
So,
what? You know I love bonding with the locals.
So, with everyone's really high insight check, it's not so much that their entire security and military are part of the Iron Circle. It's more like him and maybe a few people in the city are. It is not a large conclave that they have.
Yes. But seeing as the conclave is at the highest reaches of the military power ship, handing them a flare gun and saying, you could probably reverse engineer a gun from this, it's probably a real bad idea.
Well, considering that the Iron Circle on the surface would have surface technology.
Yeah.
Moving on, though.
Isabella, before they we would ask, is there anything we could give to the third level house or something you can provide us that would make our request to talk with them a bit easier? I think we got a bit lucky with the letter.
Oh, you wish to speak with the Greenroot household. Well,
We wish to speak property.
unfortunately, they are going through some turmoil at the moment, seeing as the head of their family was assassinated. So, I doubt that they'll be seeing anyone.
I see.
Although, unless you really did want to know, we can probably get you in contact with one of the lower members of the household, discussing crop rotations and livestock cultivation, if you are that interested in it.
Isabel
Oops.
for that.
Actually seems really interesting.
I believe your point has been made. Thank you so much for all the information you've given us. And I believe that sums it up for us, and we'll be on our way.
Of course, and thank you.
Thank you.
Yes,
And-
we really appreciate your gracious hospitality.
Possibly someday in the future, one of your distractions, if magic is permitted, I may be able to indulge.
Well, we'll see when we get to that point. Now then, if you'll excuse me, as he then takes his sword up again, I have some work I need to do.
Where you go? I'll walk up to him. I'll open the chamber of my gun and I'll pull out one bullet. I'll put it in his hand. Investment in a good relationship going forward these next couple of days.
Thank you very much.
And I'll walk back to keep us on his good side. Jonah did not hear any of that mental conversation you guys had about not giving the flare gun.
Yep.
That's true. Alright. So,
Out of here.
Can I take a 1d4 damage?
Yes. Go
why?
ahead. Do it. Psychic damage
Just
from me.
cuz?
Sure.
Situational.
You want to take that? You can take
May
that.
I
anytime you
may
want.
I take 1d4 damage, DM?
Sure. Go for it, I
Oh my
guess.
god.
Confusion, but okay.
It's gonna be max damage.
Your face pumps really hard so she can hellish rebuke.
When
Thank you.
1
Thank
point
you, sir. May I
of psychic
please have another?
damage.
Rightfully so.
Sorry, go ahead.
Once we're out of the house, out of the fortress, and on the streets, it's supposed to be. I don't like him.
Like, as soon as we're 20 or 30 feet away from the place, Matrash just sighs heavily and just goes, "You just gave a racist fairy-hating man a bullet." Oh no.
Okay.
Not very hating.
I don't-
Man. Only
First of all,
extra.
that gives them more probable cause for them to put off invading the surface because they want to figure out what guns are. Second, even if they have guns, this amount of people going up to the surface, they're probably going to lose a few because holy shit, we ran into a lot of crap with a small group. Can you imagine moving a big one? And then third, I'm pretty sure the Gold Brand can take out this many people pretty easy.
And I like to clarify.
Even if they do figure out guns, they would be a pretty simple version of them.
I like to
But
clarify.
Matrash puts his
Not
hands to his temple and he just says, "Are you the same guy who was disgusted at handing over a bandit and watching him get executed? You're
I
going to
think-
sentence an entire city to death? Are you the same person I met 3 weeks ago?"
Actually, yeah, he brings up a point. That was not in character for me to do that. Would I be able to take that back, or probably not, eh? Probably not, eh?
Apologies. I had to go check on.
yeah, what's
I had to go
up?
check.
Oh.
I had to go check on a thing. Yeah, you could have taken that back. That's fine.
Yeah, okay. I probably wouldn't have done that then. That was Red, the player, doing
Yeah.
things. Yeah. No, he wouldn't have given him
For
the
1d4
bullet.
of
He
damage.
probably would have. He probably would have been out and be like, "Oh, thank God." I didn't have to explain guns to him. I don't know how guns work.
Oh my god. I was like, Red, save me. Like, Red, I like you as a person, but Madrash is about to strangle Jonah. Like, holy
No,
shit.
that makes a lot of sense. Thank God you reminded me of that. I was like, wait a minute.
Isabella, still after
Oh my
the
God.
bitter way, is gonna say, I hate this bad guy. I don't like him.
Your move's a sec. I'm sweating a little. Jesus Christ. Madrash is just like, yeah, just so you know, Jonah, in case you forgot, we need to find someone who can make flares, because I still have that flare gun.
Yeah, I have no idea where you go to get flares. I'm gonna be honest. I never really used a flare gun before.
If we build a really, okay, hear me out. If we could make a big bullet, and then just put like a stone or a rock in it, and then I gently point to Clarity. I was like, couldn't Clarity cast light on it, and then I could fire it, and then it would be like a flare?
I think that when it was, don't like flare guns have something where like you fire it to activate something.
I feel like it'd be just better at that point to get something that just allow us to throw it farther, and just cast light on a bigger rock without having to manufacture all this stuff.
Or, hear me out, you just get a long stick, you tie a rock to it, and you just hold it out in front of us.
Or we can just use, a slingshot.
I do believe that Isabella could throw a rock just as far as a slingshot. I wanted to shoot a gun.
True.
I thought it would be fun. You
You
seem to
wanna shoot
enjoy it
my
so
gun?
much. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, when we get to a place when I can set up targets, I'll teach you how to shoot it.
That would actually be very fun.
If it's okay with you guys, I'd rather not talk about guns anymore.
Understood.
Can we just talk about the fact that that dude seems to be part of the organization that wants to get rid of anything that's not from this planet?
Oh yes, no. I don't trust someone who would use other living things like that as tools. I am worried.
I kind of pop my pseudo dragon into existence and be like, it's okay, baby, he's not gonna hurt you. I won't let him.
I was impressed by the fact you could kick someone who calls a black eye. Now I hate them.
Okay, I'm back.
I'm sorry if you don't want to talk about it at all, Clarity, but I'd like to hear more about this circle.
Did he give us a symbol, or did he just show us a symbol?
Yeah, scroll with the symbol, right?
Yeah.
He gave you guys a locked scroll case. Madrash attempted to recreate the symbol and was corrected to what it was supposed to look like.
I feel like, well, you have your little lizard thingy, and if I'm being completely honest, I may not be in their good graces if they find out anything about me, so I don't know if...
They're not gonna like me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Madrash is gonna get like really close to Jonah. He's gonna be like, "Are you Faye?"
I'll tell you when we're not in the middle of the street. How about that?
How about this? We just go to the end and figure out our next step.
To the end, or were we not heading to Green Route?
Green Route would be a dead end. All they would be able to tell you is about the agriculture of the city. If you guys are actually interested in that.
I am
I thought
unironically
they'd be able
interested
to
in
give
that.
us more.
However, Jonah is not. So
Yeah. I honestly thought that they'd be able to give us more information on Mara, since Mara is a child of the Grim Root family.
Mara's
Since-
bronze weaver.
Yeah. Well, it was a wedding between one member of Bronze Weaver and the head of Green Root. And due to the assassination, anyone who would have information on that is currently tied up with political nonsense. So the only people you'd be able to talk to are like managers of some of the farms and other plantations that they have, just like, so how do you guys grow your crops? And they're like, well, let me tell you, we love our mushrooms. That's about
I
it,
have
really.
albeit extreme, but I have a feeling I have a way to get us possibly an audience with some of those busier forms of the Green Roots.
Are you gonna fuck them?
No, we just
Oh.
show a little bit of our hand and we say that Mara is alive.
I think that might not be a best idea, because they're gonna have to tell them know that.
No, we don't tell them.
Uh,
But that's if we are dead set on speaking with the Green Roots. And if not, then I guess it's time to drop some Petons into a hole.
I might actually have something for that whole Green Root plan.
Yeah.
By all means.
Remember when I went to the tree?
Yes.
Yeah.
I talked to one of the priests and asked him about Mara's. He said it was a pretty common name. As far as they know, I've communed with Hilda and Rivia. It would not be out of the ordinary for me to potentially, air quotes, like, have a vision.
To flex that connection and then let them know that you need to speak with the head of household.
Yes.
Interesting.
Anyway, I think
Fine.
for now, let's go back and maybe consider taking a look in that hole.
Well,
Having a bit more information might bolster that, even if we don't find Mara.
That's true. Be smart to do that.
okay then. So are we in agreement to go to the crypt? Question mark.
I am.
Yeah, I mean, if we're at a dead end with the Green Root, we might as well.
I think it's about time.
Alrighty.
Okay. So, making your guys' way to the graveyard and towards the crypt, preparing to venture down to the depths below and what may lay beyond. That is where we are going to end tonight's session.
Oh boy.